Hi, I'm Don Taylor with the Tennessee Division of Underground Storage Tanks. Most underground storage tank systems today have product delivered to the dispenser with pressurized piping. The division has created 2 videos about pressurized piping. This video will cover some of the basic things you should know about pressurized piping, and the second video covers more specific information. Let's look at a typical pressurized piping system. Pressurized piping begins here at the tank. This is called a submersible turbine pump. A motor inside the tank creates pressure that forces product into the piping and out to the dispensers. Pressurized piping ends here at the nozzle. Leak detection on pressurized piping is very important since product is always under pressure when the motor is on. Leak detection must be able to detect small leaks, which may come from a small hole or a loose fitting, and large leaks, such as a sudden break in the line. Let's talk about leak detection options for pressurized piping. Pressurized piping requires 2 kinds of leak detection. The first is called catastrophic leak detection. Catastrophic leak detection is just like the name implies. It is used to prevent a catastrophe which could be caused by a sudden line break. Catastrophic leak detection is done by a device called an automatic line leak detector. These are usually located on the submersible turbine pump. These devices function by either shutting off or greatly restricting product flow if a large leak is detected. There are 2 kinds of automatic line leak detectors, and we'll show examples of each kind. This type of automatic line leak detector is a mechanical line leak detector. A mechanical line leak detector senses for a leak when the nozzle is lifted and the pump is activated. You may notice a slight delay at the dispenser as you begin to fuel your car. This is the leak detector checking for a leak in the piping. This only takes a few seconds, and if there is no leak, the product will flow normally. If there is a leak, the leak detector will not open all the way and fuel flow will be very slow. When this happens, the customer will know that there is some kind of problem and should report it to the station attendant. The other kind of automatic line leak detector is called an electronic line leak detector. Electronic line leak detectors look for a leak by pressurizing the line during idle time. If a large leak is discovered, then the line leak detector will send an alarm to an electronic console. It must be programmed to interrupt the power to the submersible pump. Customers will be unable to dispense fuel until the problem is resolved. In addition to catastrophic leaks, pressurized piping may develop small leaks. Small leaks can cause big problems because product in the piping is under pressure. Periodic leak detection is used to find small leaks. Periodic leak detection is done monthly or annually, depending on the kind of leak detection being used. So how does periodic line leak detection find small leaks in piping? One way is by doing a line tightness test, where a service technician puts pressure on product in the line and watches for volume changes with special testing equipment. If there are no volume changes and the line holds pressure for a given time, the line passes the test. If line tightness testing is used for periodic monitoring, it must be done at least once per year. Another way to find small piping leaks is by using one of 2 monthly monitoring methods: statistical inventory reconciliation, or SIR, or by using interstitial monitoring. SIR uses a computer program to analyze product level measurements and sales data to account for losses in inventory during a month. Remember, SIR is looking for a leak of 1/10 of a gallon per hour, so the data used in the computer analysis must be very accurate. Bad data may cause a false result, or the computer analysis may not be able to detect a leak if it is there. If the SIR program does find a small leak, it may not be able to determine if the leak is in the piping or in the tank. Interstitial monitoring is another method that can detect small leaks in pressurized piping. Interstitial monitoring can only be used when product is secondarily contained. Secondary containment for piping means product is contained in a pipe with 2 layers or walls, separated by an open space. Interstitial monitoring looks for product between the 2 walls of the piping. This space can be monitored by vacuum, a liquid, or in most cases by electronic sensors. The division also requires the last 12 months of piping leak detection records be maintained. So make sure you have those leak detection records when your facility is scheduled for an inspection. The division has forms available on its website for recording results of pressurized line leak detection. We hope this video has been helpful, and if you need more information, we encourage you to watch the second video in this series, which describes line tightness testing, line leak detector testing and programming, and the use of electronic sensors for interstitial monitoring. Please check the division's website for other helpful videos to help you with underground storage tank compliance. I'm Don Taylor with the Tennessee Division of Underground Storage Tanks.